Rocket Pat here. All right, guys. Well, I spent the weekend over here chasing runs on this car. I haven't got all of them done, but I do have the vast majority of them taken care of. I think it came out looking pretty good. I did a good polish down the side of it. I had some pretty good runs going on this edge right here and down in here, and then a few coming hanger downers going in here. Had me one of those Fu Manchus going on right here, and I don't think there was any major flaws in this part of the car, but I had a long one going down this back quarter panel, and yeah, I think it came out all right. What do y'all think? Put down there in the comments section what y'all think about that. I think it came out all right. So anyway, other things I've got done is I was able to get, let me show y'all this. Y'all might find this interesting. I hadn't got my oil pressure sending unit stuff ironed out yet. So if you got to run if you're going to run an electric choke, you need to have a choke oil pressure switch. And also this same switch over here will work for a electric fuel pump, and you really need to run one of those with an electric fuel pump. What this is it's normally closed. Normally open. So with no oil pressure, it's open. So right now with the car not running, 12 volts is going to one side of it, but 12 volts is not coming out the other side. When you crank the engine over and you get oil pressure at that point, then it sends 12 volts over here to my choke coil to start heating up the choke coil. The reason why you want to run the choke coil this way is because if your car's not starting and you're cranking and cranking and cranking for whatever reason, we know it's supposed to start perfectly every time, but let's just say there is a problem, and say, like, you know, it's you're out of gas or your fuel pump or whatever, or whatever the situation may be, your coil's bad, or who knows, whatever. But it's the whole time you're cranking if you just wire it to the key, well, the problem with that is that then it starts opening your choke right away. This way, if the car's not running, the choke's not getting power and everything. That's the same way with your fuel pump, because if your fuel pump, you don't want the fuel pump to stay running if, like, say the engine died and you were in an accident and a fuel line got ruptured or whatever. You don't want the fuel pump to stay running because while you're unconscious. So, you know, maybe the best idea is to go ahead and have that operated off the oil pressure, and then you just run this to a relay in order to operate your fuel pump. You don't run the fuel pump through here, but you can run the choke coil through this. It's not enough amperage, but a fuel pump I wouldn't run through this. You have to use a relay with that. Second thing is, if you find yourself, like I find myself quite often, where I don't have that 90-degree T that the factory has on these, what I do is I go over to the home improvement place and I get a 1/8 inch brass nipple male, and then I got this over at the auto parts store, and it is a female 1/8 inch national pipe thread. And I drill a hole in the side of it into the cavity, and then I thread it with another national pipe thread, and I screw it on there, and that gets you your 90, so that you can put your oil pressure sending unit and your oil pressure switch behind your engine and clear your HEI distributor and your firewall. So anyway, tech tip, that's how I do it. That's how I rock it and roll it and roll it and rock it. So let's see what else I got done on the old Corvette, because I'm rocking and rolling on this thing, trying to get as much done as I can. Got a new alternator for it. That's pretty much all I got up under here. I got the oil pressure gauge finally working inside the car, so that gets all my gauges working properly. The only thing I got left to do is wire up my cooling fans, and I'm going to wire those up where when the AC compressor comes on, they run at half speed, and when the temperature sensor in the thermostat housing comes on, they turn on at full speed. I'll show y'all. If y'all want to look at that, put it down there in the comments section that you want me to show you how to wire that up, where it works at half speed with just the air conditioning on and full speed to cool the engine. So let me know if y'all want to see that. I can show y'all how to wire that up. I like wiring. So let's see what else I got done. Like I said, in here I was able to get all the gauges up and going, so that so I can get them up and going and make sure they all work before I take this apart. The panel that I thought I was missing for the air conditioning that comes out right up here, it's kind of broken a little bit, but I think I'm going to run it anyway. I found it was behind the seats and everything, and I know that looks like a big spaghetti deal. So once again, if you want to see how that all goes together and how easy it is, let me know in the comments section that you want me to do a video on how to put that wiring together on a Corvette. Okay, this 1976 Chevrolet Corvette that we're trying to get back together, that's been sitting for a long time. I already redid all the stuff in the steering column, so it's ready to go. Horn and everything, so, and the tilt and the slide and all that, so it's ready to go. So let's see what else I got going on. Had to get and cut out the paint around the stuff. Got same thing here for the Stingray emblem. Got that done so that those are fitting properly. I've started working on my speedometer and tachometer bezels. You know, it seems like it's always the issue. You're ready to rock and roll on something, but something somewhere, somehow, is gonna be on back order, and that damn thing that's on back order is the one thing that you need to get everything going together so you can start putting things together. Back ordered. So I can't get that clean and back ordered. Maybe by the end of January, beginning of February, I might get these, and then I can start putting the driver's side dash pad or whatever you want to call it together. All right, other things I got going on with it. Got the exhaust system out of the box that I bought that go with those hooker headers. Everything goes good with a hooker headers. I should be an ad campaign for hooker headers. Just love saying that. Hooker headers. Everything's better with a hooker. Hooker headers. Fast and easy. All right, so anyway, got the windows out. Got them cleaned up as best I can right now. Hey man, does anybody know how to get that off? All the little electrical parts are gone, but it's just that, I don't know if that has to come, I don't know how that comes off. It doesn't come off with a scraper. But ordered new, all this stuff right here to put all these rollers and everything new so that the windows go up and down properly. And man, I'm telling you right now, $50 for one window. $50 for all this roller stuff for one window. Damn, man. Break it off, break it off, break it off. All right, so anyway, other thing I've got working, here's the speedometer. I've had to take it apart. I had a broken needle. There was not working properly on the that little white thing in there right there. It wouldn't turn at first, so I kind of took it apart. I did two things. I advanced the odometer to read 55,000 miles on it. I figure I can't drive 55. We'll just start at 55,000 instead of 54,500 or whatever it was. You know what I mean? Just start fresh. I know from that point on, I put the miles on it. I got it up and working. Everything seems to be working good on it now. So we can start putting it back together. I took the faceplate, put it in the sonic cleaner. It came out looking nice. I wish the black was a little blacker, but you know, it's old. It is what it is. This bezel, man, they want a lot of money for this. And I got a crack right here. I'm gonna get some satin paint, and I'm gonna get the paintbrush out, and I'm gonna fix that. because that's $93 or something like that for that piece. And you know, I'm tired of 93s. Seems to be, you know, it's like going to, anyway, yeah. I got the reset cable working good and everything. Took the bezel right here, and you saw the other one, and I took it and use steel wool, 4/0 steel wool, to get all this paint off, and hit it with some satin. I think it's going to look a whole lot better that way than that way. All right, so let's go over what I did get. We got some parts coming in. I think what I'm going to do is end this video right here on what we got done, going on right now, and what we got accomplished and where we're headed. I figured out so far how all the switches work for our air conditioning deal, and I'm going to end this video. It's getting a little long-winded. I got a long way to go on this interior, on this 1976 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray interior rebuild that we're trying to get done here in the next month. So talk to y'all next time. Y'all keep rocking and a rolling and a rolling and a rocking, and I'll keep grinding it down. Talk to y'all next time.